Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time. And you go, well, I'm not Ronaldo, sure, but I'm also not Bunting. Good morning, Drum and Drummer. Oh, here we are.
Bausch.
We're in January. We're in January, mate.
Yeah,
January, innit?
Big time.
You know,
Yep.
I've eaten my way through Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm panting regularly. You know, just
bending
I think
down.
my wife
To
was
pick
like,
stuff
did you
up.
my wife the other day went, did you just sigh at me? And I was like, no. Well, it was just exhaling poorly because of all the mince pies.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't want to admit, oh no, I'm just putting myself in a real state of poor health. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, we were talking.
So what did you say? Hang on, whoa. What did you say if you didn't admit it? Because she's questioning whether you were sighing at her.
I just blame the cat.
You didn't say.
Just blame the cat. The cat's done something. Yeah. But
Have you before we get into stuff? Have you got on the mince pies cheaper hype in January? Yeah, big time.
Yeah, there's a box in the cupboard. Yeah.
32p the other day. That's I don't know. It might be the end of it now, but a lot of them were Jan 10th in the Tesco.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been said on many podcasts between two white males at this time of year.
Yeah.
Bloody Easter eggs are out on the shelves already.
Oh, I know. Jan the 2nd.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's mental. It is mental.
Before we hit record, we were talking about Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
And the new young player, Riccardo.
Yeah.
Record the audio on QuickTime, and that was a little thing. Now, talking about my wheezing, and the gut and that, well, I like to pin myself, to give myself, like, frame of references as to, like, where I am, kind of, health-wise. And you could do that with weighing yourself and fruit and veg. No. Compare yourself to other people. Directly compare yourself to other
good.
people.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
a healthy one.
It's definitely healthy mentally as well.
Yeah. Drumming, it's great. You can go on Instagram and see every drummer ever.
Yeah. Look at their big gig.
Yeah.
Look at the list of their endorsements. Yeah. Where am I?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what I like to do is, because I watch a lot of darts, watched pretty much all of the World Championships that was just on over Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, my wife likes to point out, validly as well, because she watched it with me, is how old the dart players look, right?
Yeah.
So Luke Littler looks 30, at least.
Yeah.
And then you get people, and you'll be like, oh, they must be in their 50s. No, they're 38,
Yeah.
And so the comparison if I sit between these two people, then I'm okay. At the top end, Ronaldo.
Right.
Because he's like
yeah.
literally the same age as me, a month different, right? Yeah. And you go, I mean, he's in good shape. So I'm under that, but I'm above Stephen Bunting.
Yeah.
Who's also the same age.
Yeah.
If not a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
And you go, well, I'm not Ronaldo, sure, but I'm also not Bunting. So,
Well, that's good. That's a good.
and if I just sit somewhere in that wide bracket, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Then I can have another mince pie.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of interesting stats. I remember here. I don't know if this is true, but apparently, men over the age of 30, something like 90% of them will never sprint again. But I don't know how someone's made that stat up, but I almost believe it, because you do think, well, am I doing enough health-wise,
Yeah.
But then you see some people and you go, I think I'm all right, I remember Louis C.K. had a bit about it, disgraced comedian Louis C.K. He said, when I die, I just want to be healthy enough that when I die, people ask what happened, as opposed to like, of course he did, you know. You don't want it to be like, oh, you hear Ben died? Well, sure, he eats mince pies all day, every day, So, yeah.
Because by the end, Stephen Bunting looked younger than him. So,
Yeah.
It was obviously going to happen. I think that's up there with because obviously with my back, I can't really play any sports or do anything. And I used to love running. I used to play football and things. That's why I'm doing darts now, isn't it? The thinking man's game. And and I did think, will I ever run again? But I like to think your sprinting thing, when they say like parents go like, one day you'll pick your child up for the last time.
Yeah.
Tear.
Yeah.
One day you'll sprint for the last time.
Yeah.
Tear. It's up there. Deep.
Yeah. I see. Right. And this isn't me joking. From working at a old people's home, I do see life as I don't know what the word
roller
is,
coaster.
but yeah, big time. But I don't know if cycle is the right word, but you see a lot of these old folks, and the similarities between them and toddlers is, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. If it's someone's 98th birthday, the similarity between 98th birthday, this is a joke Jerry Seinfeld said, and your second birthday is someone's got to tell you it's your birthday. Someone needs help blowing out the candles, gives you help with that. And it's kind of like, you go like, so you go up and you get into life and you start doing more and more, and then you go back down, and then there's so many similarities between the end of life and the start of it. So then what it makes me think is there must be a peak, at some point.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of worrying, interesting thought, because you go, well, what is my peak? What is my most fit and athletic I'll ever be? Have I gone past it, or is there more to come? I think there's more to come, but it's a weird one, isn't it? Because you sort of go like, at some point you won't be able to do, no matter how hard you try, like you won't be able to sprint like you could when you were 15.
I think there's different peaks. There's different peaks. They all follow the same the same sort of thing. You go up, they're bringing it up, bringing it up, bringing it up. He's bringing it down. He's bringing it down. He's bringing it down. Your physical peak is probably a bit earlier than your mental peak.
Yeah.
And your ambition peak or your that sort of thing. Because I've got a sneeze coming on. Oh! Fucking hell.
Good.
Excuse me. There's more coming.
Yeah.
I'm pre-warning
Sneeze?
you. Yeah. So, physically, my peak was a while ago, baby.
Yeah.
But darts, I'm probably nearing the top. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Mentally, happiness, very happy boy.
Yeah.
Very happy boy.
Yeah.
But I just had a thought, and I think, you should go around the care home and speak to all these old people. I'm sure you do. And I'm George, listen to the podcast, like, right now, your phone can't do it. It won't work on a Nokia. Let's get you a...
Yeah, that's mental.
Get you an
How
Android.
have you still got that phone? Yeah.
Dealing phones with... No, hit play. Play, Deirdre. Hit play. That's it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Don't fall asleep. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Exactly.
Which makes me think, maybe some of those old people have sprinted for the last time. Maybe it was for many years ago, which is why maybe you should start racing them. give them another little last go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put bets on. I could do old people racing.
Yeah.
Do it at Hove Park.
Got an acca. Got an acca.
Got an acca. Right. Speaking of, there's no segue to this. I just want to tell you about my New Year's Eve gig, because this was funny, right?
Okay, so New Year's Eve. It's a big day.
Big day.
Transition, just to catch people up. It's the day that goes from one year to the next. It's the eve of the new year.
Who are unaware.
Yeah.
Let's explain to the folks what it was. And is. So I had a gig with Dean. So Dean plays in this group with Martin Deary and his girlfriend Ella. I don't even think Dean's the actual guitarist. I think he's a dep in that. So it's like a 3-piece but to backing tracks. So female singer, Dean on guitar, and then drums, right? And I got sent the songs, and I assumed because Dean's bringing the PA that he was also running the tracks, right? I assumed wrong. So we turned up to the gig, and it was great. Well, it wasn't great. It was stressful. It was very stressful. But also we were like, we can get out of this, but it wasn't fun. So Dean goes, right, have you got Have you got your system for running the tracks? And I went, yeah, good one. And he went, no, I'm being serious. I was like, yeah. And I went, okay, Dean, are you actually... He was like, no, I am being serious. Have you got the stuff? And I went, no, I thought you were doing it because you've got the PA. He was like, no, the drummer always runs the track. I was like, I'm a dep. I haven't got this. No one's told me to bring the stuff for tracks. And he was like, well, I'm a dep as well. And then we were like, shit, you know. And the singer we had on, a woman called Joanna, who we met that day, then made the joke of, well, if I'm here, then who's driving? And I was like, that's great. That's great banter. But we are quite stressed. So we had to download them.
You need to pipe down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to stop talking.
So what we had to do is we had to go on the WhatsApp group where all the tracks have been sent and then download them to iPod Files app.
Yeah.
And then just put them in an order there.
Which no one uses.
No one uses
it. It's amazing because I'll download something and it puts it in my phone. I go, no, I'm not having it.
Don't put
and it's just
there.
like 16 random documents from the last 10 years. I'm like, no.
City Skies 2013. You're like, wow.
Photo shoot. George 1.
Exactly. But we got through it. But it was just weird because we were in a pub and it started off as one of those things where you're playing and you can see people trying to chat to each other and having to talk louder because I've started playing Valerie on the drums. And you're like, oh, I am sorry, you know. But by the third set, it was all right. And they said, oh, this is the most packed we've ever had, this pub. And I said, really? Because there's about 20 people here, you know. But it was fun to do a gig. But the funniest part was timing-wise, we messed it up in terms of New Year's countdown.
It's tricky. It's tricky to get right.
It is tricky. So
you don't want to be halfway through.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Well, not that song, but we were. So it was like 4 minutes to midnight, and our last set was like 11:40 till 12:20 or whatever, and we're doing. I think we're doing Summer of '69. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But we finished it, and then we went. Oh, we've got 4 minutes 20 until New Year's, and the next song was Simply the Best, and I was like, that's not a 3-minute banger, that can go longer, you know. So there was many ways we could have done this, but we didn't do any of those good ways, like play a shorter song, you know. Instead we just went, let's just start it and just see what happens. So we're playing and there was this big clock behind me on a projector or whatever counting it down, and it's getting to, you know, it's 30 seconds till New Year. And we're playing and we're doing the solo, and we still got one chorus to go. I think I can't remember. Anyway, we were saying what we'll do is we'll just stop the song, and then Dean was going, nah, just keep it going. So what we did was we during the solo of Simply the Best just did the countdown then, and then we were like, right, everyone, you know, 10, 9, and then we got down to 1, and there's a Simply the Best. So
a traditional New Year's song.
Exactly.
For all the Simply the Best.
So
great.
There you go. So that was that. But you know, we got it done. Just to rattle through my gigs quickly, I then had another one on Jan the 3rd. Bloody cold. It was. I don't know where I was, but I'll just tell you this funny anecdote because I went over the Severn Bridge to get into Wales.
Yeah.
But I didn't know where I was, and I didn't know if I was in Wales or not. And then I saw a sign saying, "Welcome to England." And I was like, that's weird, isn't it? Like, I guess I was in Wales, but the gig wasn't in Wales. It was like I had to go into Wales and then back out of Wales.
Okay.
Not really sure.
Yeah.
But it was in a castle, and it was with this new function band I'm playing, and everyone was pissed when we got there. And we did 2 hours straight through, baby. You would have liked this. Arrival at 5:45, on at 7:15, play 2 hours, pack up, on the road by 10. So
that's lovely.
Not even a break. We were offered a 10-minute break, but they
don't take it. Just go.
They just kept going. Just kept going. Yeah. So yeah, but I had to play in front of a fire. So that's
a real
quite
fire.
Hot. A real fire, boy. Real fire. They said, "Do you want to go in front of the massive Christmas tree or the fire?" And I said, "The fire might make more sense."
I said, first of all, why is your Christmas tree still up? It's the 3rd of January.
Yeah. Exactly.
Technically, yes. Come on, get that shit down.
But is this someone's wedding or is this,
Was it a wedding?
It was a wedding. It was a wedding. It was a wedding.
I mean, is January the 3rd the cheapest day for a wedding?
Yeah.
Is that not even the second?
Yeah.
Because the second you go, well, it's been New Year's Eve, we'll go away for the weekend.
Yeah.
January 3rd.
January 3rd.
I mean, that's got to be like the venue, like 50 quid.
Yeah.
You know, like just a castle in Wales. Literally.
Do you reckon it was almost more of an inconvenience? They were like, oh, fuck, we usually just do April till October. We're going to have to open up, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to
not even like
staff in.
Oh, we can just leave the Christmas shit out, you know, and just leave that. We'll sort it out later. No, there's a fucking event on January 3rd. Wow.
Yeah. There probably isn't. Yeah, you're right. There probably isn't another one till end of March. And they're like, right, can anyone work? I know it's the interim. Anyway. What you got, boy?
Well, I mean, we can go back to, we were talking about sprinting, we were talking about health, we were talking about sitting nicely between Stephen Bunting and Ronaldo in the spectrum of male physique.
Yeah.
Well, I had a consultation on my spine again yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So this was following up from the discogram that I had where they jabbed me loads and caused me lots of pain. So we my surgeon analysed those results. So we are going ahead with surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Provisionally looking like 30th of January. So I was like, get me in, boy. Get me in. Get this done.
Have you done your tax? You don't want to...
Yeah, it's all paid, mate. It's all paid. Yeah. It's quite interesting. So I don't know if you know the layout of the spine.
No.
So you got your like bits of spine. I'm going to use real technical terms, right? And in between them, you got the discs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, because doctors like talk to you like you know what they mean. Oh yeah, it's just like an L4, L5, and L5C, S1. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, like the two lowest discs in my back are the ones that cause the pain. So the L4, L5, it's the disc between lumbar 4, lumbar 5 in the lower back, right? That disc is going to be replaced with a titanium disc. But then the one below it, the bottom one, I think that's called L5S1, something like that. He's not replacing that. He's actually going to fuse the bits of my spine together. So
cool.
He's like, you don't need the movement there anymore. Fuck it. So
yeah, you're not going to sprint anymore.
But you have these, right? You have these consultations, right? And the surgeon's great. He's really good. He's a good laugh, you know.
Yeah.
And the consultation is like half an hour. And even he yesterday was like, why am I seeing you tonight? And it's like, well, he's like, oh yeah, discogram. And he sort of like, he knows I want the surgery. And he was like, yeah, sounds like I sort of thought, replace this disc, fuse this bit of your spine together. Cool, when can we do it? And then these, I mean, this is all through my insurance, but these consultations are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he is on bunts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think what we do a gig for $250, we go, great.
Yeah.
That half an hour is $250.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
And this was 6:45. He's been piling them in all day, right?
Yeah.
And so you kind of like, I mean, we were done in like 10 minutes. Like,
yeah.
I mean, great, yeah, cool, book it in. But like, I'm not directly paying for it. Let's get our money's worth. So out come the questions.
Yeah.
Let's just quiz him. You know, can I take the broken disc home with me? No.
Good question.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. When you open me up, do you like move all my guts and stuff out the way? Yeah. I put this thing in that stretches you out and just holds them in place. Can you take a photo of that when you're doing it? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you sit down? What sort of shoes do you wear? Do you listen to music? You know, all this sort of stuff.
Great.
Yeah. So hopefully 30th of Jan. We'll see. Paperwork's got to be done, but looking forward to it.
So is he the one that does it then?
Yeah, he does it. Yeah.
So is it almost like it's almost like a drummer in a way? Like some days he's teaching, some days he's gigging.
Yeah.
You know, some days he's consultating.
Yeah.
Some days he's that's like the prep work. That's like the rehearsal. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the dress rehearsal. You know.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
You're not nervous about surgery?
Not really, because I think you'd be asleep. So
yeah, this is true. This is very true.
And what a perfect excuse to lie down for a week and watch telly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I can't do that because Yeah. No, I think it's the kind of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And getting rid of that pain, which is there every day. I'm not going to lie. Like there's pain every day, and consciously being careful of every fucking movement I make. I know it's going to be tough, and it won't be a quick fix, but it should be a fix nonetheless.
Nice.
Tuning drums. Let's go. You
Tuning
bought
drums, boy.
What you got?
Bought a drum dial.
I bought
a drum dial. Been meaning to buy one for years, but just didn't. And because it's an interesting one, tuning drums. This is something we could talk about forever. However, last week's episode did get quite nerdy in itself, so we won't. But why is it, this is my question to the listeners, why is it that guitarists and bass players, and let's just go with them for now, they can have a tuner on stage and tune it up. Oh, there's green light. Cool, I'm in tune. Whereas drums, I do think there seems to be some sort of stigmatism. That's not the right word probably, but I'm going with it. As to using tuners on your drums, like it's sort of, oh no, it should be by ear, man, and it's about feel, and it's about the tone you want, But is that the way? And I don't know why drum tuners are seen as odd things that shouldn't be used. Maybe it's something like where it's like, oh no, but you should know how to tune a drum by ear. I think there is a bit of that, but it's like guitarists aren't expected to tune a guitar perfectly by ear on stage. It's like just use a tuner. So I thought, well, let's get a drum dial, because I have sort of what's the word? Not taking care of my tuning as much as I should have done, and so I'm going to get new heads. Probably this Friday. I'm going to do a G-Rus run.
Nice.
But I was looking into the drum dial. I was like, well, I bought it, but how does it work,
Mm-hmm,
And from the little bit of research I've done, it seems like if you get your tension at a 75 taut, on each lug, then that's pretty good starting point on your toms anyway. I haven't looked into snares and kick, but I was watching someone do a tom tuning. He says, oh yeah, and then there was another drummer that was on tour, and he said, I do 75 on the top and then 77 on the bottom, sort of, like a frequency range or whatever. And I was like, God, that's interesting. So then you turn up to a gig, and even if it's loud, you can still get the same pitch or whatever. But I'm just very excited to try it, because it feels like before, I'm just tuning blind, boy. I'm just, okay, that sounds all right, I think. But to actually have that thing where you go, okay, this is going to be the same pitch or tune every time, and not only that, but like you can kind of set it to what is seen as, I don't know, a good industry standard. But I haven't watched all the videos, but there do seem to be a lot of drum dial videos, and it says like, okay, this is how to tune your toms into thirds, and this is how to do this and that. So I'm quite excited to get in my room with some fresh heads and start tuning. So
when they say 75, what's that number mean?
Well, that's a good question. I was sort of skirting around that because I'm not 100%. It seems like a sort of how tight it is. I don't know what 75 means. This is what I mean. I'm so new to it. I don't know what that means in terms of what it is. If it's just the tension, But it's when you're tuning it up and you can see the little dial move, obviously. But I'm so new to it. So I think what I need to do is get some new heads and then just sit in the room and get them all sounding good. And it might be a game changer, It might be like, and I feel like it will be. I feel like it will be like, fuck, how have I survived this long without this,
I mean, not to put you down.
No, please.
But when we put some skins on your grutch a while ago now.
Yeah.
And I helped you. I mean, it was awful.
Like, it was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So, the stigma, you should be a tuner. I mean, yes, but bit of help done out doesn't matter, does it? You know, if it gives you something to aim for that you then tweak, you know, it's all fine, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know.
But that's it. Why should you be able to do it just by ear when other instruments aren't like that? Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but yeah, so that's exciting. So I'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah.
On the drum dial sitch.
Yeah.
But I will say I had a look at code heads and I was going to do a big order from Gear for Music, but I went, whoa boy, hold your horses. Am I doing this just because it's easy, you know? But I thought, no, let's go to Graham Russell and let's have a chat and say, these are my kits. What do you got?
What you got, boy?
What do you got? I really do want to get something better for my Gretsch kick. I feel like that's never been as good as it could be, you know?
Yeah. What's on it at the moment?
It's just an Evans clear skin. I can't remember what it is, but, you know, I want the EMAD 2, you know, because that sounds so good on my Tama. Let's put it on the Gretsch, you know, give it some punch, because it never really has enough punch. When I turn up to gigs with that one, it's a bit like, oh, God. Whereas if I turn up with the Tama, it's like, there you go. There's your fucking kick.
There's some fucking kick in your face, you twats. Yeah? Happy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want a bit of that for my Gretsch. But obviously it won't be the same. So, but this year, I need to start thinking about, right, which gig to take to which kit to take to which gig, you know? Rather than just mainly using the Gretsch. Because I used the Tama a few times this year, but not many. But yeah, I want to be like, right, this is a bigger venue, Tama, you know? Yeah. Or this is a pub, Gretsch, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting.
I think, you know, because I remember you got the Gretsch, smaller, easier to carry, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And I'll be lying if I haven't seen footage of you using it at gigs and I go, that is too small.
Yeah, that is too small. That theatre gig, that was ridiculous. It was like, well, this is mental, you know. Yeah. And it's fine sound wise if you've got a good sound man, but it's the look as well.
Yeah, you got to think visual as well a little bit.
You got to think visual,
and power, absolutely. You know, and
power.
Like we've heard drummers talk about on here. You know, you play big gigs, big cymbals. You know, 16-inch crash ain't gonna cut it, boy.
No, exactly.
But I'm really enjoying big crashes at the moment. Actually, I've not got mental or anything, but where I've had my gigging cymbals in the storage area in the garage, I've just got all my other cymbals in the studio and a couple of 20-inch crashes in there. And I've got 3 now, and I've actually, because I'm not gigging for a bit, brought my gigging stuff in. So at the moment, I'm rocking a 20-inch K cluster crash on my left, 20-inch A custom crash on my right, and then my sort of accent crash is the 19-inch Sabian Legacy.
Nice.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It's great having those big crashes going on. It makes me think, like, what was I thinking when I was 17 buying a 16-inch A custom projection?
Yeah.
Like a splash. Like a bloody splash, boy.
Yeah, literally.
You know? Literally. You know?
Well, speaking of cymbals, quick one. James Gillingham posted some stuff on his Instagram last night, and I said, "Oh, I'm interested in those hats." Posted a pair of 13-inch Zildjian A custom hats, and I went, "They look all right." So I'm going to go down to Groove Garden today, and
what is he selling them?
He's selling them. He's selling them for quite a good price. And I was like, do you know what? I do want some new hats. I was talking about this the other week, and felt like mine weren't doing it enough. The new beats are too dark and don't have enough wash, I've found, you know.
Okay.
So
I mean, you might find you're going to get a lot less wash with 13-inch.
I might find that. Because
I've got 13-inch.
Oh yeah.
They're generally like they're not as in your face for sure. Whereas I'm actually thinking, I think I want to get some 15-inch hats.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, kind of get a bit of a softer, you know.
Yeah.
But all depends.
I think it's like they look thinner I just want something thinner. Maybe.
Yeah, new beats are quite like not brittle, but they're quite solid.
So might get them today. So it's going to be a good week for new gear, basically.
Yeah. If they're not right for you, George, don't buy them. If they're not right, don't buy them just because it's little James. You want to see his little face crying because you're not.
No one wants to see that. God, that'd be devastating.
No.
James Gillingham crying.
A haunting image.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that guy needs to be bigged up.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you've got to make him cry, make him cry. That's the lesson for today.
Yeah.
Cool.
Leave it there?
Yeah, leave it there. We had some technical issues midway through. Whether the smooth edit has worked, who fucking knows? But we've done the last 10 minutes video blind.
Which is so weird. I don't know where to look.
Yeah, I'm just scouting around like Stevie Wonder at the piano. Do you know what I mean? Just look around. Yeah, there's my printer. There's my...
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, George. I hope you... do you know what? Actually, fucking hell, do I need to go to Graham Russell today? Ooh.
Why?
Well, tomorrow should be doing a full day recording new freshman year promo.
Ooh.
Audio. And I'm due a little skins upgrade.
Yeah.
Even just tops on the 2 toms and a couple of snares,
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
Absolutely.
It is money, isn't it? It is January.
It is
really
money.
Have a lot.
No.
Tricky.
Fun though.
Fun indeed. Gives me something to do. Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening. drumandrummerpod@gmail.com. Get in touch. Tell us your favourite things at Drum and Drummer Podcast on Instagram. We'll be back next week. So have a lovely rest of your day. Have a lovely tomorrow. And same for the next 5 days, really.
Yeah.
Just keep the week lovely, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Keep it lovely.
That's a great phrase.
And just, find your Bunting, find your Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Be happy in the middle. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.